An agentic coding AI and a sharpened stone both offer their own kind of utility. The sharpened stone assists in mobbing down a prehistoric mastodon for dinner for the tribe, while an agentic coding AI can help reach a working software solution with less reliance on manual coding and a faster turnaround. Both of them are tools and processes. Neither is worth much unless it's applied properly. The stone doesn't put dinner on the table just sitting there. You need to catch the mammoth. You need to be able to fling the stone successfully. And likewise, the AI doesn't bring in a paycheck on its own. You can apply millions and millions of tokens and get nowhere. You have to research, develop, market a solution. A tool, any tool, doesn't remove an existing problem. It does remove barriers towards a solution. So a stone is an easier way to bring down a large mammal than your fist would be. An agentic AI can code faster than a human. In both cases, human knowledge and skill are still required. 10,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago, tomorrow, the requirements of problem solving are unchanged and most likely unchangeable in any world that's constrained by resources. You still need to strike a path that's sensible. You still need to use the tool in a way that's comprehensible and makes best use of the tool and angles towards the goal. With AI, you gain speed, a lower barrier of entry, possibly increased efficiency if your angle of entry is correct. You don't get the solution to every problem automatically. We've seen you can get the very wrong answer to some problems. If you start at the very lowest level of entry, if you have an AI available to you, but you don't have the skills to prompt, even vibe prompt, you won't get off the ground. If you can vibe code, but you're trying to build something complex and the code doesn't turn out quite the way you want, you still don't get off the ground. But if you can finally get the code to work, but it's still buggy, the UI crashes, it's hard to get adoption. Or if you already have some adoption, you lose leads. If the code works, it's starting to work a bit smoothly, fewer crashes, there's some retention, but maybe you have some less obvious ticking time bombs in the background and you don't even know it. So you're making money, you're making sales, you're getting adoption until suddenly you're in trouble. Is that worthwhile? Well, it kind of depends. Maybe it's a problem you can resolve, but maybe not. If the code works, and it works well, and there aren't, it turns out, inherent problems, either bugs in the foreground or ticking time bombs in the background, and either you or the AI or both together have gotten good enough that what got turned out is near enough to perfection to be what you want, achieve the target audience that you're looking for, well, you've gotten back to effectively the status quo. You have a product that works, that fits what some people want. That's always been that status quo, only now you've achieved it ideally with less cost, less time, less frustration. But that baseline is the standard expectation for any product or any platform. And how much time and effort did you save? Probably some, although if you had to go through all those steps, learning to vibe code, learning to prompt, building something, learning to debug, or getting the AI to debug, maybe you didn't save a lot of time, maybe you didn't even save money if you had to spend on all the token usage, but maybe you did, maybe it was worth it. Maybe it'll make it easier for the next time you want to. It depends on you, it depends on the AI, it depends on the vertical or the niche. It's a new tool, but it's the same effective necessities. The effective use of your resources. That has not changed.